it's. I appreciate we do this all sitting down. Raina thought we did signing. She's like, we have to stand like the hour for the signing. I was like, no, we sit down every year. I was like, yeah. So.
Well, what shoes are you wearing? That's the question.
Yesterday was super comfortable because it's like the two-strapper, as you guys know, and there's like only two straps, and there's like no platform, and it's all the way up. But today, the pointy ones, those are good. BCBT, these are very comfortable. I know, very, very deep, thought-provoking questions with Lydia. And Holland Roden, that's sad to say. So.
Well, then here, we'll switch the game up for you. So, see, now you're going to be sorry, yeah.
No, it's okay. Bring it on.
Teen Wolf represents a world where people are just a part of everyday life.
Yeah.
And there's no such thing as homophobia. It's
Right.
very groundbreaking. How do you feel getting to be a part of a show that's setting a new standard for gay visibility?
You know, it's so funny because I was a biology and women's studies major in college, and we talk about the third wave of feminism and talking about LGBT issues, and part of the issue is the lack of invisibility in some parts of the world, and then there's still homophobia still existing also in the world. So it's this like layered issue that it's actually quite complex in that I live under a rock too, because I live in West Hollywood, California, and I work on Teen Wolf. And yeah, I mean, it's just, it's funny to talk about it because then you feel like it's not invisible. And you're like, oh, I didn't go to a straight bar for 6 months. It's like, well, good for you. Like, I mean, you know, it's just funny to say those things. And I come from Texas, and it's unfortunate that I still have to remember that Anderson Cooper had the best quote. He's like, we think we're a Prius nation if we live in New York, San Francisco, LA, and in reality, we're still much the F-Ford 150 nation. And I forget that sometimes. And so I do have to remind myself that I'm grateful for the invisibility that Teen Wolf offers. And I think this new generation, it is like the next thing. Like, I think we finally, I would like to say most of the youth today, born past like 1985 to 1990, it is invisible. You have like 5-year-olds coming out now in certain parts of the world, and I think that's incredible. So, you know, and then people not having to come out, it's just accepted. And I know growing up, it was a stigma. It was totally a stigma. I went to an all-girls school. I lived in Texas. And it's just funny to watch me move to LA and like how it's just such a non-issue. And hopefully, all I can wish is that everybody else can have the same experience I did, to know how much of a non-issue it is. And I really am appreciative that I'm on it's a non-issue. It's that simple.
I know this is another hefty question.
Yeah.
Ann Coulter went on TV and said that racism in America is just dead. Do you feel the same way about racism?
No comment on Ann Coulter.
Well said.
I wish more people would know.
Yeah. You know, it's, I'll follow that up with just as an asinine comment. I think it's really a shame beautiful women still think that way. And so I'll bring beauty back into it. You know, it's like, because she gets that a lot. Oh, it's such a shame you're so beautiful, but. And that's probably one of the worst comments I think she gets. I think it is a shame she's so beautiful, but. And that's just as bad of a comment as she said about racism. That, you know, it's sad. We sometimes forget, though, if we live in certain areas or we run with certain groups. I mean, I was just in Europe for 3 weeks, and France is one of my favorite countries. Paris is one of my favorite cities, and the Marais is one of my favorite areas. And I was just there with my boyfriend, and I was showing him around the Marais. Great shopping area too, and great food. And there was all these anti-Semitism posters up for Judaism, and they've had like 1% of the French Jews move back to Israel, or to Tel Aviv in particular, in the last 5 months. And it's this like new crop of anti-Semitism going on in Europe. Like in 2014, like they're burning synagogues in Belgium. Amsterdam's even having problems, and between like the Hamas and Tel Aviv, or the Gaza Strip and Tel Aviv. And so it's amazing to me that this is shocking me. That I'm like, what? This is not 1945. Like what's happening? Like, so it's sometimes just ghastly to remember, even a place that is so today, even a place that is so democratic like Western Europe, you still have these problems that are still cropping up, and people that are getting the wrong information about Israel defending themselves, or Tel Aviv defending themselves. It's just interesting. I think that as much as we think it's dead, it's just pick part of the world, find a place it's not. Unfortunately. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Kind of going off from that topic, I wanted to know, In the panel, they were saying that we need to see more of Lydia's family history. So I want to know if you could spill anything in regards to that for fans.
I can't. Jeff just gave me the don't say this. Got it. Because I tend to do that. Should I be holding this?
That's my very.
Are you sure?
Fine.
Can you hear me here?
Oh yeah, it picks up really fine.
Okay. It's funny, I'm very loud in my real life, and then audio hates me on camera because I'm very soft, on set. But can you just speak up a little bit, please? I'm always a victim on Teen Wolf.
Just do your banshee scream.
Just my banshee scream, they could turn off audio. Yeah. You can, so as far as my history goes with Banshee, the Bansheeism, you do learn if it's nature versus nurture, because I think so many issues in Beacon Hills are nurture. It sort of, you find the bite finds you. And this one, it does have to do with their family. So it's maybe skips generations. I think I could maybe say that. Yeah.
And also, what about Lydia and Parrish? A lot of people ship you guys,
It's funny because I've known Ryan for many years, Ryan Kelly, the actor who plays Parrish. And many years. I've known Hecklin and Ryan Kelly many years before Teen Wolf started. And I'm so excited Ryan's working with us. He worked with a good friend of mine, and so now I heard how professional he was on set. He was in a great piece called Prayers for Bobby. Incredible actor. So any scenes I've had with him have been fun, but there's a potential love interest. I cannot say if it's Parrish. She has romantic freedom in the beginning, though. She's just sophomore. Thanks, guys.